We are live, daily dingers. It is our MLB betting show, best one in the game. What's up, Steve?
How we doing? I'm in a cubicle right now because the electric in my building has been shut off. So we are at a friend's place, and I got a cubicle in their business center. So
Hey, that's New York, baby.
That's it, baby. And you know what? This is dedication, right? I could have been like, "Hey, Pete, I have no electric today,
Fuck
no
off.
internet,"
Right.
But no, I got to cross town, and
It's like, got to give out winners, dude.
that's it. We got to give out one. I had a rough night. On Wednesday, so
Did you?
Got to bounce back here. Wednesday was not great with the picks. I'm feeling good about today though. How do you feel? How do you feel about what you got going on today?
Yeah, anytime there's like a full board, and we know majority of the pitchers already that are pitching, got to feel good about it. I am repping my Cubbies today because they are on a 10-game losing streak, and it ends today. So you got to put some, you got to change your juju. You got to do something to kind of, switch this up. If you want something to change, you got to do something different. So it's going to end today. Losing streak ends.
I agree. I'm also a big Baby Bears fan today because they're playing the Braves. Braves have won 14. I need them to start losing some games here. It's getting a little tight in the NL East. So this is a bit much. No, like it's 4.5 now.
Got to catch a game here and there,
Yeah.
Every little bit helps.
We get it back to 6.5. I'm feeling good going into July. I mean, right now it's crazy out there. I can't believe they keep winning games. And the Mets haven't even been bad. They're 19 over 500 still.
Right.
So it's crazy. I do need to get something off my chest though.
Yes, please tell me.
So I put my All-Star ballot out on Twitter.
I was tagged in those, so I saw there was a little bit of up and back going on.
So this person is now coming at me telling me I put bias into the All-Star vote because I voted for Alonso over Goldschmidt. First of all, I understand Goldschmidt's having a great year. He's like, the only category he has him in his home runs. I was like, well, that's not true because he has RBIs too. That's besides the point. Goldie's having an MVP
You were
year.
wrong.
Yeah, you were wrong. That's fine. But like Goldie's having an MVP year here, and I understand that. But if it's close, I'm picking my guy. Like, it's not like Alonso's having a terrible year. It's a fan vote. They're like, oh, so you put bias into the All-Star voting? Yeah, it's a fan vote.
Exactly.
So I'm voting for my guy who is close to it. It's close. Like, you can't go
deserving.
Right.
Deserving.
Right. It's very deserving. So it's not like Alonso's hitting like 230 with like 8 home runs and 30 RBIs. Alonso's having a monster year too. So get off my back about that I'm putting bias into the fan. It's a fan vote. That's why the players also have their vote as well. Like, give me a break here.
Fan, short for fanatic. You're a fan of the Mets. Obviously, if they wanted to be based on stats purely, it would be up to the fucking MLB writers, the same schmucks who determine the Hall of Fame. Right. But yes, it's a fan vote. Yeah, I saw it. He was like, so you put bias into the All-Star game like you committed some kind of, fraud or felony. And I'm just like, yeah, he did. It's what most people do.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about, guy? Or I don't even know who it is. I don't know.
They had a cartoon as a little avatar. So
yeah, I mean, I had somebody like a while ago on that. Twitter's great because like the trolls really come out. I had somebody a while ago on there like come at me about because they were trying to say how they literally came on and they said that any regular person that had enough time to train could step into an MLB batter's box and hit a major league pitcher. And I was like, have you ever seen what? I was like, let's like take away from 95. Okay. Have you ever seen what 90 looks like? Not going to happen. I'm just like, it's not going to happen. Get over.
I mean, it's the hardest thing to do in sports, period, is to hit a moving ball with a round ball. It's one of the hardest things, if not the hardest.
It is. Yeah, it is. I think it's the hardest. And then I golf and I think like that's really hard too. But hitting a moving object with a round ball and a round bat, you only have this much space to really hit. You're not doing it if you're not a professional baseball player.
Hand-eye coordination at its finest.
Correct. All right, I'm done rambling today. I'm sorry. I had to get a couple things off my chest to start the show.
Let them know. Hope they're listening.
They probably aren't, but if they are,
yeah.
Like, get back on that. You've been all over my Twitter this morning, so you comment on this. Yeah, I mean, Unbelievable.
I'm on this right over here.
So you get two jacked up Italian guys on the show giving out baseball bets. That's entertainment, baby.
Oh man, you're screwed, bro. You're screwed. Don't mess with us.
No.
All right. Steve, first pick is going to be no surprise because it's a homer pick. I got my Cubbies. Team total over 3.5 at -105. We got Charlie Momo Morton giving up 12 earned runs in his last 3 starts. He went 4, 4, 4, giving up 4 earned runs last 3 times in each game. So, and that was against Pittsburgh, Colorado, and Arizona. Okay. So his expected ERA today, 5.01. His away ERA, significantly worse than when he's at home. His away ERA, 6.89, almost 7 runs. Cubs, cold. They are on a losing streak, 10 games, double digits. Not very happy about it. That's why I got the jersey. I got the Anthony Rizzo jersey on. Throwback, Paisan, who just had a walk-off home run yesterday. It was beautiful. Beautiful. So going to bring some good juju, some good memories. And what else do I got here? So yeah, 10-game losing streak gonna end today. Cubs have scored over 3 runs, 5 out of the last 10 games. So 50%, not too bad. Also, Cubs need to get runs on Morton because Braves do have a very good bullpen. 4th best bullpen ERA in baseball. Day game in Wrigley, from my experience living there, day games at Wrigley usually tend to be more runs scored. So for those reasons, give me 4 runs, Cubbies. Give me 4 runs and a W. That's all I'm asking for. Let's end this streak.
I just can't believe that after the conversation we just had that you would put bias into your betting picks. Unbelievable.
Right. I know.
Right.
Who are these guys?
Unbelievable, these guys. I do like this pick, though.
But if you can back it up with stats and factual information,
Correct. Also, Charlie Morton on the road, I was looking at, he's been terrible.
Bad.
Why can't this guy pitch on the road? What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's, the hotel beds or something,
Are they
the homebody?
Are they sticking up his balls in Atlanta?
I don't know.
Maybe
something worth investigating.
It might be. I like this. I like the value too. -105. Like it's not like plus money, but it's not terrible.
Sure. No, yeah. And like I said, 50% of their 5 out of the last 10, 50% they've gone over that number. So yeah, and Charlie sucks on the road. They're on a 10-game losing streak. Something's going to happen soon, right?
Right.
I mean, we talked about this the other episode. You said, you're better on betting on teams who are on win streaks. I'm going the opposite way. I'm betting against a team on a losing streak.
Something needs to give here. So
something's got to give.
Love that movie, by the way. It's a great movie. Great movie. Now I'm going to move. We're sticking a lot of day ball here because you day ball. I'm going day ball. Game 1, Phillies and Nats. I'm going Phillies first 5, -0.5, -145, whatever you want to call it, to lead after 5. Let's begin. Let's do this, okay? This is a complete fade of national starter Joan Adon. All right, this poor guy gets his tits lit up every time he takes the mound, and it's to the point where you're wondering how he's still in the major leagues. 6.95 ERA, 6.17 expected ERA, and his WHIP is a 1.82, which means he is just putting people on base every inning. You look at his advanced stats; they are a sea of blue. Add to the fact that the Phillies over the last 2 weeks have the 3rd highest OPS in baseball. This is just a no-brainer. I couldn't, because DraftKings is a bunch of cowards. They didn't have a line for Phillies first 5 team total over. Yeah. So I had to go with the Phillies to lead after 5 here. -145. You got to buy it up a little bit. But I mean, if you're this guy, you can't. This Phillies offense against it's a bad starting pitcher, riding this all day today.
I like that, dude. Like you said, day baseball here at Citizens Bank Park. Phillies are playing very well, hitting. Kyle Schwarber having a fantastic June, as he typically does. He starts to heat up in the summer. So I love it. I love this play. It looks good. Also, anytime you're going against a pitcher who's got the first name of a woman, you got to fade him.
I mean, I would think so.
Joni.
Right? Yeah, I would think so. It's
my mother-in-law's name, by the way.
Shout out
Joanne.
Shout out your mother. Shout out Joanne. I hope she's a big fan of the show. But
Joni.
What else are we cooking with today?
So I really like that one. That one is good as well. Next, we're going Padres team total over 6.5. And I know that's a high number. The total is set at 12 today in Coors Field. So over the last 15 days, the Padres are the fifth best OPS team in baseball with 800. Kyle Freeland at home, his home ERA drastically worse than when he's away. Obviously, Coors effect. Home ERA 5.35. Batters are hitting over 300. Batters are hitting 304 versus Freeland at Coors Field. All of Freeland's advanced stats, like you said, sea of blue balls everywhere. Hitters 304. Expected weighted on base average 356. We can go through them all. It's bad. It's just real bad. Padres just finished a series against my Cubbies where they shit down their throats. They outscored them 41-15. So Padres scored 41 runs in 4 games. They outscored them 41-15. More impressed with the runs that were scored. 41 runs in 4 games. That's impressive. So I know this is a high number, but we're at Coors Field. Padres team total over 6.5. They scored 19 runs in 1 game against the Cubs. So I'm not that worried about it. Super hot lately. Let's go.
Can't go wrong with any team total overs in Coors. Yeah. Especially when you get Kyle Freeland. Talk about a guy who he just signed like a brand new contract about how he wanted to be in Colorado, and he's been just getting shelled every time out. I feel like just pooped on, you know?
What was the highest total you have seen this season so far?
I saw a 13 earlier in the year. This is at 12. This is at 12.
Because I saw 12 and I was like, oh man, that's pretty high.
So, earlier in the year, I saw a 13. That's like college baseball over-unders, dude. Like the college baseball tournament, there's like last week was like a 14.5. There was an 18.5 on a regional game. It's crazy. This is nuts. I think over is at where it is though, because the Rockies in Coors crush lefties, and I know they're facing Mackenzie Gore, who is a quality lefty, but
I do like him.
I do think that number is set to expect both of these teams to score runs today. I think there is some value on the Rocks at plus 155 just because they're at home. But like the Padres are going to be able to score with them. And the Padres bullpen's a little bit better. Like the Rockies bullpen stinks. So I think this is good. I know the number's high. But it's still minus money.
Right.
Like it's not like it's like plus 130 or something. It's like minus 120 for the Padres to score 7 runs. Totally feasible. We're going to be laughing. This game is going to be – the Padres are going to be up like 7-4 in like the 3rd inning, and we're going to be laughing at this total.
I mean, that would be great. But rule number 1 for betting for me is you need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? Yeah. I mean, like when I see some stuff and I'll take an under and I was like, ooh, that's kind of rough. But, yeah, I mean, I understand it's a high number, but total set at 12. For those reasons, Kyle Freeland sucks. Pods are hitting a lot, especially over the last 2 weeks. So let's go.
Yeah, I like it. I'm a big fan. Now I'm going to go to the south side. No, actually, no. I think this is in Houston. Whatever. I'm going to the White Sox.
The juice box. Yeah.
There you go. I'm going White Sox. First 5. Team total over 1.5. This is at minus 110. First of all, I love the value on this. At minus 110, I think this number should be at like a minus 130 if you're going to give me 1.5 here. So I know the White Sox do kind of stink, but they stink against righties. Tonight, they are the best. They're the best team in baseball in the OPS department against left-handed pitching. Best in baseball. They get Framber Valdez tonight. He's been very good this year for the Astros. Expected ERA, though, is a little bit higher than his real ERA, and I expect a little bit of regression here, especially with you're not going to convince me that he's going to shut down the White Sox for 5 innings here. Like the White Sox are going to get at least 2 off of him today, and at minus 110, like if you were giving me 2.5, I would be a little skeptical. They could definitely get 2 runs off Framber today. This is just too good of a number, too good of value. White Sox first 5 over 1.5 runs scored.
The only thing on that, Steve, they didn't come out with lineups yet, right?
Right.
So I think that's one of the biggest things, especially with Tony La Russa, because he is known to put out some, B squad teams, or, he'll kind of punt the game. He's got, they don't put out their A squad all the time. So I would just say, make sure we see the lineup for the White Sox first.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not saying that this isn't going to happen. I'm just saying it's just more of an observation at Tony La Russa and how he constructs his lineup, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he's got to get fired immediately. I mean, what did he do? We didn't talk about that. Oh, my God. Speaking of Tony La Russa, sorry to change subjects here. I agree with you on checking lineups. But when he walked, did he walk Trey Turner with 2 strikes?
To get to Max Muncy, yeah.
And then Muncy hit a home run?
Yeah, yeah.
That is probably one of the worst. That's probably one of the worst decisions ever. Like, batters' averages and OPS with 2 strikes is you can't tell me that that's a good move ever.
That goes to the over managing part. And I think we talked about that. How I mentioned how Joe Madden was like notorious for over managing. Yes. And the fact that you are looking that much into numbers and analytics, if you're looking by account to decide, like, nobody would have said anything if he would have done that at bat, you know, as soon as he comes up to bat and say, hey, we're going to go at Muncy because I like our chances better than that, as opposed to pitching to him, getting 2 strikes, and then trying to justify it by saying, well, have you seen the numbers with 2 strikes? Bro, no. Hitting with 2 strikes in baseball is not very easy. So I don't care what your numbers say. And it goes to the, you know, analytics versus feel versus, you know, all that shit.
Right. And like, I feel like he's like confusing himself because he's usually a feel guy. I feel like La Russa is like old school. He's more of a feel guy. And now he's bringing out, you know what it feels like? It feels like he doesn't know how to use analytics.
Feels like he's got dementia.
That's possible as well. That is definitely
senile.
It's a good term. Good terminology.
Yeah, I think that's more PC, I guess. Senile. Salinity.
So it's fine. Don't worry about it. We're good. So what else do we have today? You have one more? I got one more too.
Yeah, dude. So I was doing some research, and they didn't put the lines out for this game yet. But one game I am targeting once they get a starting pitcher out is Royals versus A's. So I really like Frankie Montas. Montas gave up 5 earned runs, 8 hits in 6 innings of work in his last outing. A's still got the win. Those previous 2 starts before that, he's only given up 3 earned runs in 13 innings. Both of these teams bottom 2 in winning percentages in baseball. So 2 shitty teams. But once this is released, I am going to be looking at possibly the under, and then I think the A's, depending on what the money line is. But I will be looking at the A's money line. And then just depending how high that over under is, I'm going to be looking at the under as well. But the last thing I have too, Giants -1.5. I didn't really look too much into it, but we got Rodon versus Zach Thompson. That's all I needed to see. So we know how well the Giants are hitting, how well they're hitting, how bad Zach Thompson is. And it's priced at -120, which I think is very reasonable. So I think, you know, I don't got to look too much into it.
Yeah, I was looking at that as well, as just throwing it on there because it looks too good. But I think that's easy. The Pirates aren't going to smell Rodon, so it doesn't even matter. And finally, I have a bad baseball first 5 here. That's what this one is.
Nice.
Rangers Tigers first 5 under 4. It's at -115. Believe it or not, the Rangers are 8th in the league against left-handed pitching, and not bad, but they are 21st on the road. So they're bottom half of the league on the road. They get Tariq Skubal today. Tariq Skubal has been very good for the Tigers. He got like a 2.73 ERA. His expected ERA is only like a 2.9, so it's really not that much of a difference there. He's had 2 uncomfortable starts his last 2. He's given up 4 runs and 3 runs. I think that changes today. I think he bounces back, shuts down the Rangers for the first 5 innings, and then I don't even really need to see who. I know John Gray's pitching for the Rangers, but I don't really need to see much. The Tigers are the worst offense in baseball, and they're playing at home. They just don't hit. You're giving me 4 runs here. You're giving me 4 runs to play with. For this, I'm taking it every single time, especially at -115. So Rangers, Tigers, first 5. We're going under 4.
I like that.
That is just a quick, easy explanation for you. You might want to get it before it moves to 3.5, but like given the runs to play with, the Tigers they have been so bad offensively.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I mean, I say that, and then on Monday they scored like 6 runs and crushed my under, but it was fine. They're not going to do that again.
Right. once a week kind of thing.
They have a once a week threshold of scoring a lot of runs.
So. Yeah, they bust a nut early in the week, and then that's about it.
Yeah, they're like 3 pumps and out, and then they need to recharge. Yeah. So
no, I like that, and you get the opportunity for the push as well. So not bad.
Yeah, and then it's like this is gonna probably move, but you want to grab this now. It depends on the book. I got this on DraftKings, so it really depends on the book that you're looking at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's everything for us today. Last show of the week. Let's finish strong. It's Friday. Weekend plans, Steve. Got any weekend plans?
Weekend plans. Oh, I'm going to Mets Marlins tomorrow. 4:05 start. That is the big one for the weekend. Gonna be fun. We're gonna tailgate, have a good time. What about you? What do you got this weekend?
I am heading up to New York tomorrow to go visit some family. Stay the night. My not my in-laws, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, they got a house up there. So we're going to go over there, stay the night, and then celebrate Father's Day on Sunday together with my father-in-law and mother-in-law. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's good. That is good stuff. I like it. I like it. This is good. Father's Day is a good baseball weekend too.
It is. Yeah.
It's always a good baseball weekend. So I'm looking forward to it. Sunday, I'm going to go to my parents, watch some baseball, cook on the grill, have a time,
Beautiful, dude. I want to see a couple picks for the game that you go to tomorrow.
Yes, I will. I got to look at the matchups, and I might bring a little microphone and do some content at the game, but I'm not sure yet. We're going to consider it.
Beautiful.
But you'll get something for tomorrow. I guarantee it.
Okay. I guarantee it. Joseph A. Bank.
Joseph A. Bank. You'll like the way you look. I guarantee it.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll be back on Monday with more Daily Dingers. Have a great weekend.